he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is gone. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down at 4. Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Second and 7. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On first down, Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. That one goes for 24 yards. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Draw play. This is Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with report?
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Touchdown! Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Jets have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jaron Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
There's Shepard. What a catch.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot. They let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Now the extra point try forthcoming.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Goff. Caught on the slant. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. I think a free play now for Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A give to Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 38, Wilson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a staple of this offense. out to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third and 2, Goff. They'll roll him out right. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Jones. A little juke, and he's got room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is taken in by the tight end, Fant. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the interception, here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the end zone, Goff. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. Check down here for Henry. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And right side, Henry's got it. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Goff. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. With that run, double-check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Play action. It's Goff. Dancing to his left. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are closing in on a